A hilarious new stand-up special from comedy legend Jim Gaffigan, The Skinny, is coming to Hulu November 22nd. This Thanksgiving, see Jim in a whole new light as he gives you the inside scoop on everything from parenting teenagers to weight loss and gaslighting family members. For everyone in need of a happy hour, the new hilarious stand-up special, Jim Gaffigan, The Skinny, premieres November 22nd, streaming on Hulu.
Butterball knows Thanksgiving can bring so much joy, but also so many cooking questions. What size turkey? What's the best way to roast? How do I carve it? Don't panic. Butterball is here to help. Just give us a ring at the Butterball Turkey Talk line. We'll help with what's on the table so you can focus on those around it. Call 1-800-BUTTERBALL or text 844-877-3456 to reach our turkey experts. Butterball. Today, we turkey.
Ask me. Ask Iliza anything. It's time to ask. Ask me all your questions. And we're back with more Ask Iliza Anything sip-episodes brought to you by Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade and introducing Bud Light Seltzer Iced Tea. You can combine them and make the ultimate Arnold Palmer. Bud Light Seltzer Arnold Palmer. And you're like, I don't want to go around getting all these things. Well, you can pick up a mix pack, mix them up. Pick any of the flavors you want. That's refreshing, right? Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade and Bud Light Seltzer Iced Tea, like a raspberry iced tea, like a Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade raspberry iced tea Arnold Palmer on a hot day with no one bugging you.
It is very summery. Were you, Georgia's a big iced tea place. Was Texas?
Yeah. Big sweet tea thing.
Sweet
Although
tea,
in
yeah.
my life, never had it.
I
don't
really
think Jews drink a sweet tea.
I would always get a Coke. Like, we didn't have soda at my house as a child. I was not allowed it. But if I went to a restaurant, I could get one.
My dad's a big iced tea drinker.
And then you go that my sister always, that's her go-to drink. And so then you go somewhere in the north and they're like, do you want it sweetened? You're like, yeah, what else am I? Otherwise, you get a tea.
I always think of iced tea as like an adult drink. Maybe it's because my dad drinks it and it's like unsweetened. And it's just like, how do I get this caffeine and stay refreshed? So the idea of an Arnold Palmer sweetens it up a little bit. And now with a little bit of alcohol and some bubbles and some extra flavors, you got your summer in a can.
Is an Arnold Palmer an adult suicide?
I'm sorry, what? What was that sentence?
You know what I mean? You know, a suicide is where you mix all the sodas.
Oh.
Which I don't know if it would surprise you to know I've never in my life done that.
It does surprise me that that's not like your wake up beverage. No, because an Arnold Palmer is just iced tea and lemonade.
It's classy.
It's a way for golfers to be like, oh, having a little bit of fun, sneak a little bit of sugar, tasty time. It is refreshing. It's probably top 2 most refreshing drinks.
Yeah.
Next to like ice water.
Next to water.
But you know, sometimes you don't want to just be refreshed. You also want to be a little buzzed.
Yeah. And I like a can situation.
I like a can. It's portable. You can bring it on the golf course. You can get a little buzzed. You can bring them over. You can experiment with all the mixes. That sounds like fun.
Did you see that tall boy? They have a lemonade tall boy.
I saw that. I thought it was a Four Loko can. They have a lemonade tall boy. It's like a big old can that lets you know, like, hey, I'm here for the house party. A Bud Light Seltzer lemonade tall boy that lets you know, hey, this lawn party is going long. I'll be in the pool and I won't be able to get to a cooler. So I better load up on more Bud Light Seltzer in this can.
You can get on your big Angel Wings pool float and I'll float one on out to you.
It looks like a missile. I know. Well, we're back. We got sip-episode questions and we're ready to go.
Yeah,
crack it open.
Is that the new? Scott put in a yeah.
Yeah.
He always adds his little touches.
Wherever he is.
Wherever he is. Okay. We have our first question from Anonymous. My partner, non-binary, is going to grad school, of course, good grad school, which has taken up their entire life. They're feeling self-conscious about the 5 to 10 pounds extra weight they've gained since stopping exercising. I've tried to use logic in saying that it makes sense they have a little extra weight going on given their current schedule of 10-hour days, 7 days a week. This did not make them feel better. What else can I say to help them feel better about not having their bod be summer ready? So summer ready is probably the hardest this summer it's ever been post-COVID.
First of all, you're in grad school. Do you go to grad school during the summer? Or do you have it off? How does that work?
They've been in grad. I don't know if but they've been in grad school up until now. Now summer's coming.
Look, if you
their bod
are-
is not ready.
If you are self-realized enough to realize that you're non-binary and you have preferred pronouns, then you should also be evolved enough to realize that the idea of a summer body is a societal construct just there to make women feel bad about what they look like. You're in grad school. You aren't putting on a bikini and like modeling lip gloss anyway. And if they really feel that bad about it, just, get a meal plan. You can carve out 30 minutes a day for cardio, So I think this speaks more to the way that they solve problems, but it's also not on you. Even though you're saying this person's non-binary, they are acting like a girl because there's nothing. Once a girl feels fat, there's nothing you can do. You can do your pronouns all you want, but that is girl behavior. My husband all the time, I'll be like, do I look fat? Like, just be honest. He's like, nope. Not gonna answer that. You do not. The answer is always you do not. Because even if I'm like, just be honest, I need to know. And he's like, okay, you do look a little fat. Then I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the situation. So they've put you in a precarious bind. But binary and non-binary, it's a trap. The emotional fat trap. Why don't you be like, hey, I'm going on a walk. Why don't you come with me? Maybe offer to work out with them. But they got bigger goals. They're going to grad school. Everybody gains a little weight in school. Snack healthier. They're just feeling really bad. Sounds like they need a little bit of vitamin D, a little bit of cardio. Ship shape.
Yeah. And I think this is going to be affecting a lot of people. Everybody's coming out. They're getting their vaccines. They're going back out into the world. Everyone's like clothes are
Also,
old.
Nobody's looking. Nobody cares.
I know. I feel like everybody's going to be giving each other at least a little bit of leeway.
No.
No.
It's just that we just came through a pandemic. No one's going to be like, did you see Jax? Whatever this person's name is. Did you see they gained some weight? No one's looking at you. Just focus on your grades and get that developmental health, early youth, emergency degree in English studies and dramaturgy. The world needs you.
If you were going to go back to grad school, what would you get a degree in?
I don't even know. What are the options?
I feel like I would do psychology.
Okay. Why?
Because I find it interesting.
All girls say that. Do you ever notice that? When you're in college, girls are like, I'm a double major. I just really like figuring out the way people think.
I don't like figuring out the way people think. I like the case studies. I did double major in psychology.
I went for a double major and I went to my first year of psychology, and you don't get to do the fun stuff at first. It's like, here's the Wernicke's area. Here's how the brain's mapped out. You're like, snore, show me the sexual weird disorders.
I did take a human sexuality class.
It's me, Emily. Keep it sensual.
I took it all the way.
The only thing I remember about it is that we watched one of those documentaries about, when people like think they're married to the Eiffel Tower.
Yes,
or like
I
a
watched
car.
that. I watched that. It's not called objectivism. That's Ayn Rand. But it's like, yes, she basically had sex with like a metal beam.
Yeah.
I also remember a genetic disorder we studied called Klinefelters, which is where men have boobs.
Oh.
Remember that one from high
Fight
school?
Club style.
Yep. I think he was just overweight. But
Yeah.
if I could have a PhD, what's the difference between a PhD and a master's?
A PhD is that you have to do a dissertation and defend it, correct? And then you're a doctor.
That's what I do every day on this show. I'm a doctor now. I don't need to be a doctor. Plus, if you're like an English doctor and you're like on a plane, they're like, is there a doctor? And you're like, a doctor of English?
This comes up on Reddit all the time, my favorite subject, which is people will say like, I have 3 doctorates. My family are all doctors, and they get mad when I sign my emails. Doctor, it's like, you did defend the thing. Like, you did
let's
get
just
it.
agree. A doctorate is not the same as a doctor.
No,
But
but
that's where you draw the line. I have a doctorate versus I'm a doctor.
But you can be Dr. Schlesinger.
Well, that's going to be a real letdown when someone hurts their foot. It says doctor. I guess maybe, I don't know. I'd have to see the options. Maybe a master's.
We should get you a course catalog.
You know what I'd like? A master's in Chinese.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would be genius.
I speak it fluently and I totally get it.
Have you
and
ever
I'm ready
started
for the
a-
next several years.
Have you ever done a Duolingo?
No, what is that?
It's an app. I tried it for a little bit. It's like it's a Spanish app or whatever language, and it gives you these daily challenges and daily. Basically, you're supposed to do it a little bit
to
every day.
Learn a little bit.
Yeah.
We have some guys basically living in our house right now who are doing construction on our house,
Yeah.
and they're lovely. And Tianfu does not like them just because they're men in the house, and she
Yeah.
always growls. And the other day she like wandered in and she saw one and she growled. And one of the guys only speaks Spanish, and I don't ever really talk to them because they're working.
Yeah.
And they talk to my husband a lot, but I just said, "Oh, la bruja pequeña." And he was like floored that I knew how to say the little witch.
That's the Spanish.
I like heard him talking about it after I left. I was like, "Oh, tú sabes."
Yeah, you remember
Yo
a surprising
recuerdo.
amount of Spanish.
I don't know how to say the word surprising. Yeah, basic vocab.
Sorpresa?
La tripulación. Get you real far. Summer is all about fun. It's all about trying new things, and it's all about staying refreshed and crispy, right? It's all about staying crispy. Bud Light Seltzer, throughout the year, they bring you all different kinds of flavored seltzers, right? And they do them in themes and they do them in seasons. And honestly, we do a lot of work with them, and I'm always surprised at what they come up with. Because I would have stopped long ago. I've been like, we got strawberry, and that's all I came up with. And I think it's so fun, not only that they have the Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, which comes in flavors, but Bud Light Seltzer Iced Tea. And at first I was like, there's no way. But then they were like, yeah, make a Bud Light Seltzer Arnold Palmer. And I was like, this is perfect because an Arnold Palmer is quintessential summer active drink. Why not add some Bud Light Seltzer to it? Why not get a little buzz while you're getting refreshed? You can pick up a Bud Light Seltzer mix pack. So you get a little bit of Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, a little bit of Bud Light Seltzer Iced Tea, and they want you to mix them. They want you to mix them together and find your favorite Bud Light Seltzer Iced Tea and Lemonade combo. It's an alcoholic Arnold Palmer. What's more sophisticated than America's favorite golf drink? A little bit of alcohol, right?
Do you have a favorite combo right now? You've been sticking with standard lemonade and testing it with the iced tea.
You got to go standard lemonade, Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade. That way you have a control group. You have a base.
Right.
Right? Because if you add too many flavors, then it just becomes like, I don't even know what I'm drinking. So I do the Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, original lemon, and I like a peach. I like a raspberry. I mix those in, and honestly, I tried the Bud Light Seltzer Apple. That's an adventure. There's a bunch of ways to go with this. You want something that's smooth and refreshing and sippable. Bud Light Seltzer.
That is your favorite drink adjective. You like to be able to casually sip something.
And that's my challenge to you, to find your perfect Bud Light Seltzer iced tea and lemonade combination. What kind of ice you're using? What kind of cup you're using? What kind of activity are you doing? It's all about creating the perfect ambiance. We're talking 5 o'clock in the afternoon, sun's still a little out, there's only a couple bugs left. You got one of those big plastic cups, perfect crushed ice, Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade and Bud Light Seltzer Iced Tea Peach. Mix that in. You own summer.
little umbrella.
Little slice of peach. Get that good chunky ice. There's so many combinations. And remember, you can get all the different flavors of Bud Light Seltzer delivered at budlight.com/delivery or pick it up at your local neighborhood grocery, convenience, or liquor store.
You can also get it separate if you just are real pumped about that iced tea.
Yeah, but you should get a mix pack. That way, you get a little bit of A, a little bit of B, and you get yourself that alcoholic Arnold Palmer.
Okay, we have another very important question. Hi, Eliza and Emily. What is your opinion on abbreviating whole phrases?
Oh, God.
I was looking up info on a TV show I was watching and came across a Reddit page where this person abbreviated every few words. In one small sentence, they wrote IRL, IMO, and IDK. It's too much. How much time are people really saving by not typing out a few extra words? I think I'm turning into a crotchety 38-year-old woman by letting myself get annoyed by stuff like this.
I don't know if that bothers me. It is kind of jarring when you're like, I'm not positive what that acronym means. My biggest pet peeve is when people write congrats.
It makes you so mad. I wrote it by mistake the other day and then immediately corrected myself.
It feels so performative. Like, I saw you have a movie coming out. Congrats. And you're like, you are not happy for me. It's the bare minimum least effort. Like, it's up there with like a smirk or like a half grin. Like, okay, congrats.
But a lot of people
so
smirking
casual.
at you.
I'm just saying, it's a verbal smirk. Congrats. The other one that I can't stand HBD. You're a piece of shit. It's someone's birthday. Say happy birthday. Nothing lets me know that you don't care less than like, oh God, fuck, I saw somebody else had posted on their stories. Fine. Hey, HBD, Emily, I hope you don't die. Like HBD and RIP. Like,
R.I.P. is such a bummer because it always makes me think rip. And I'm like,
rip it.
Rip dead person.
Rip that sack. I think especially like when a celebrity dies and people are like, oh, R.I.P. Ruth Ginsburg. I'm like, oh, wow, that must have taken so much for you. Wow, you really dug deep on that one. Oh, R.I.P. Are you fucking kidding me? It's just too casual. It's actually what people loathe about Americans is how casual we are. It's just there's no what do we care about then?
What about
RIP HBD Hags?
The Hags is the most summer of all
Hags is the best one.
acronyms.
Because of people like writing the word hag.
Do people still do that, do you think?
I don't know. I haven't signed a yearbook in 20 years.
We need to find a
10
child's
years.
yearbook.
Gotta find a child's yearbook.
Hags.
Speaking of RIP, the other day I was in Florida, I was on tour, and I got a text from Noah that just said, oh, wow, Tian Fu ripped a brat. And I didn't read the rest of the text, and I thought it was like his way of saying like she ripped a fart that smelled so bad. We're calling it a bratwurst. The rest of the sentence was ripped a bratwurst right off the table and took a bite. And it's like that episode of 30 Rock where Kenneth's like, and it ripped my nutsack right from my belt that I used to feed squirrels. ripped a brat.
Ripped a brat is not a bad phrase.
She ripped a brat, took a bite, growled at him, and then had diarrhea all over the bed.
She's been having a tough summer. She thought she really got away with something getting that pork chop bone or whatever she got. Like they were having a summer barbecue and she went out there and then she
more diarrhea.
Played herself.
She's supposed to be having hot squirrel summer.
Hot squirrel summer.
Hot squirrel summer. Your name is Tianfu. We have a version of Hot Girl Summer that we sing in our house. Would you like to hear it? Because basically, it's me singing rap and hip hop lyrics, and Noah, who doesn't listen to anything that I listen to, him just repeating the butchered lyrics that I sing.
Yeah.
So, Hot Girl Summer, the way he has it is, Hot Girl Summer, where are all my things? Hot Girl Summer, who has all my things?
It's a real game of telephone in this house.
This is the two of us passing the phone back and forth.
And then I just hear it. I'll
just
hear him humming it. And I'm like, where did he get
Hot Girl Summer, now you know my name. Hot Girl Summer, who has all my things?
Is that what? Okay.
Listen up, Megan Thee Stallion. There's another rapstress in the game, and it's me. Hot Girl Summer, do it every day. Hot Girl Summer, when will you do it? Here we go again. Okay.
Okay, well, that was our.
Well, that was
that was quite.
You asked for it.
You asked for it. Last week you sang "Queer for the Summer."
We're queer for the summer,
and this week you
they
sang
them when I wanna.
This week you sang "Hot Girl Summer."
Hot Girl Summer.
Really getting this party going. I think summer's officially what, like June 20th.
Demi Lovato should focus more on dope songs and having an incredible voice and not terrorizing yokel loger places.
Yokel loger places.
Do better. Get out of here. BTW.
That's going to be an acronym soon. DB.
DB. Double DB. All right, you guys. I thought that was a nice little comedy blaster. Nice little sip-episode.
You love Blaster, and it makes me think of, isn't it 30 Rock where it's like the cheesy blasters?
Oh, yeah, but I don't think we say it just because I think it's like a thing Noah's friend says. Now we say it. It's a little sexual. It's a little gross. That was a quick comedy blaster. Probably one of the funnier ones we've done. Anyway, by my own estimation. That was a sip-episode. We're just bringing you bonus content on Fridays because you got to get it two ways. You got to get it Wednesday with the regular episode and then Friday with the sip-episode. It's the perfect way to ease you into that weekend where you'll hopefully be picking up some Bud Light Seltzer mix pack. Get you a Bud Light Seltzer lemonade and a Bud Light Seltzer iced tea. Combine them, you get an Arnold Palmer. Effervescent, crispy, bubbly, fruity, not too fruity, refreshing, clean, tasto. Bud Light Seltzer.
Butterball knows Thanksgiving can bring so much joy, but also so many cooking questions. What size turkey? What's the best way to roast? How do I carve it? Don't panic. Butterball is here to help. Just give us a ring at the Butterball Turkey Talk line. We'll help with what's on the table so you can focus on those around it. Call 1-800-BUTTERBALL or text 844-877-3456 to reach our turkey experts. Butterball. Today, we turkey.